Pastor Julian, the countdown's done. You're live.
Like filming live?
Yeah, we're go.
Like an action live?
We're here. We're doing it.
All right. Hey. Don't mind me. We're just kind of making sure that all of our tech and AV stuff is ready for Easter Sunday, which is next Sunday, April 17th. Hey, make sure that you join us, whether online. We hope to see you in building, but make sure that you join us. All right. We're trying to make sure that our room is set. Everything's good. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. If you're joining us today on this Sunday, if it happens to be Sunday, April 10th, today's a very special day too. Check this out. You know what this is? It's a palm frond, palm branch. And so you say, Pastor Julian, why do you have one of these? Well, why is today called Palm Sunday? In today's Bible story, we're going to find out why this branch, why this leaf is so important to the story of Jesus. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this down somewhere. Okay, hope that didn't hit you out there in TV land. Hope you're still okay. But so today, Palm Sunday, April 10th, we're going to get back to that throughout our Bible story and find out why these palm branches are so important. But if you're joining us today is week 2 of our series called Puzzled, right? Throughout this series, we're believing that there's a bigger picture. Like even though something is happening right now in our lives, this isn't it. God is at work. We all belong. We're all a part of his plan, and we fit in just like little puzzle pieces in an amazing way. So our big answer today says, whatever happens, remember, God is still working. Can you guys say that with me? Say, whatever happens, remember, God is still working. That's right. God is still working. God is always working. God is amazing. He doesn't have to take rests. He doesn't have to take breaks. If there's something going on in your life right now that you're not crazy about, that you don't understand, that you don't like, something that makes you afraid, something that makes you hurt, hey, remember, whatever happens, whatever is happening, God is still working. That's our big answer today. That's going to be the focus of our story. And as we look at the people of Jerusalem in our Bible story, we're going to realize that God is always working, and that he's not just working in the now, he's always working on the bigger picture. So hey, what we're getting ready to do right now is focus in on Jesus. And if you've been with us, then you know how we do that. If you're not and new to this place, thank you for joining us. But the way that we focus on Jesus is by praising him through song and dance. So what I want you to do right now is get up out of your seat and let's get ready to sing, to dance, to praise our Lord together. Let's go.
Be your story. My future's bright, 'cause singing out, yeah. You're the one I want, my life to celebrate. 'Cause you can lie to me. Wish I could pay, giving every day, living to praise your name. Jesus, let my life be your story, yeah. You're the one I want, my life to celebrate. 'Cause you can lie to me. Wish I could pay, living every day, living to praise your name. Jesus, let my life be your story. Na 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 eh. Na 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 eh. Na 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 eh. Na 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 eh. Na 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 eh. Na 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 eh. Na 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 eh. Na 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 na.
Oh, we're on. What's up, everyone? I'm Jacob. Have you ever been stuck inside your home? Maybe because of bad weather or because of a lockdown? Or how about this? Have you ever been stuck inside your home and then the power goes out? No TV, no internet. It's a nightmare. But it doesn't have to be all that bad. You can figure out something to do like a jigsaw puzzle. You see, puzzles can help us understand hope. Hope is believing that something good can come out of something bad. Now, usually a jigsaw puzzle comes in a box with a picture of the finished puzzle. This one, however, came in a bag. Guess I'll have to wait until I'm done to see what I'm working on. Let's see. Ooh. It looks like an eye. So the final picture will have a creature of some kind. Maybe a bunny rabbit, boing, boing, or a squirrel. I'm a squirrel. Or maybe it's not any kind of animal I've ever seen before, like a hairy monster that has like 8 legs and 6 eyes and is super furry. You know, it's hard to tell what the full picture will be when I'm only looking at one piece. Now the one piece looks like it's looking at me. Stop looking at me. In today's story, we'll hear about a group of people who expected something to happen, but they only saw one piece of the puzzle.
I see you.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of John, chapter 12, verses 9 through 16.
When Jesus raised his friend Lazarus from the dead, news spread quickly. Many people believed in Jesus, and the religious leaders flew into a rage.
If we let Jesus keep doing this, everyone will believe in him.
He'll cause so much trouble, the Romans will come in and take over.
So, it's decided. We will remove him. Please note the air quotes.
For a time, Jesus went away to the village of Ephraim. As the Passover feast neared, the people of Jerusalem began to look for him.
Isn't he coming to the feast?
He'd be a fool. The Pharisees have given orders to arrest him.
Jesus wasn't threatened by the religious leaders. He was following the plan that God had set in motion long before. But with his disciples, Jesus returned to the town of Bethany. From there, he made plans to enter Jerusalem. He told 2 of his friends.
Go to the village ahead of you. As soon as you get there, you will find a donkey tied up. Her colt will be with her.
Village, check. Donkey, check. Colt, check.
Untie them and bring them to me.
Untie. Wait, what?
We can't just go taking someone's donkeys.
Anyone says anything to you, say that the Lord needs them.
The Lord needs them. Check.
And the owner will send the donkeys right away.
We're on it.
The disciples had entered the town, just as Jesus had instructed them.
Well, there they are.
And now we will just calmly untie them, like we walk off every day with donkeys that don't belong to us. No biggie.
Hey! Those are my donkeys.
The Lord needs them.
Oh, well, in that case, just remember the big one kicks real bad. And she likes figs.
Jesus' friends brought the donkey to him and laid their coats across the coat's back for Jesus to sit on.
He's walked a gazillion miles. Why does he want to ride a donkey now?
Jesus wasn't too tired to walk. He was carrying out the plan that God had set in motion long before. Hundreds of years earlier, the prophet Zechariah had written,
Say to the city of Zion, see, your king comes to you. He is gentle and riding on a donkey.
Now Jesus was showing everyone that he was the king that God had promised. As he rode towards Jerusalem, excitement rippled through the crowds of travelers. They threw their coats down on the ground, making a path for him. Others broke large branches off of nearby palm trees, laying them across the road or waving them high.
Hosanna!
Oh, blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord.
Some people ran ahead of Jesus as others streamed behind in a joyful, glorious parade.
Hosanna!
As the procession neared the city, people ran out to see what was happening.
Who is this?
This is Jesus, the prophet from Nazareth.
Yeah, he brought Lazarus back from the dead.
In all the excitement, though, one group of people was not pleased. The religious leaders.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Look how the whole world is following him.
Don't worry. I've got a plan.
A plan?
To remove Jesus.
Oh, right. The air quote.
He won't last the week.
But God was still at work, and nothing that anyone could do would stop God's plan to save the world.
Everyone needs compassion, a love that's never failing. But let mercy fall on me. Where everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of the Savior, the hope of the nation. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. So anyway, many people believed Jesus was the Messiah, the Savior who came to rescue them, and they were right. But they thought that meant that Jesus was going to take over right then and take over as their king. And they were about to be very disappointed. But here's the thing about disappointment. We're disappointed when things don't go how we want or expect. We're disappointed when we don't get our way. But you've got to remember, when it comes to life, we can only see one piece of the puzzle. We only see that we didn't get invited to someone's birthday party. We see that mom or dad lost their job. We see that you or someone you know is hurt. We see the bad things happening right now. What we don't see, God is working out a plan for our future. God sees everything. God knows everything. And when you're disappointed with the way things are going, it's important to remind yourself that God isn't finished yet. God is putting your puzzle together. God is still working. That's the one thing to remember today. Whatever happens, remember, God is still working. Jesus didn't turn out to be the king the people were expecting, but God was working on a much bigger plan, not just to rescue those people, but to rescue all people for all time. When we only see one piece of the puzzle, God can see the whole picture. Wow. And what a picture it is. I'll see you next time.
So there you have it. That's the story of Jesus entering the town of Jerusalem. That's why we have these branches. That's why today on April 10th, if you're watching us again here on Sunday, that's why these palm fronds are so important. The people of Jerusalem used these to worship, to praise. They were so excited that they grabbed these branches, they threw them down so that Jesus didn't have to walk in mud. They were waving them at him, fanning them with him. It was just an absolutely amazing thing that the people of Jerusalem did to honor Jesus. And hey, could you imagine their excitement? They were that excited, how excited they would be. They would want Jesus to be their king, to help them come up from underneath the rule and the thumb of the Roman government. They wanted Jesus to be their king so bad. But God knew what they wanted, and God was working on even a bigger picture than just the people of Jerusalem. You see, the story of Easter is that God saves all people through Jesus, not just the people of Jerusalem. So when I say that you want to make sure that you join us back here next week for the story of Easter, you're not going to want to miss out. Make sure that you tune back in, or come join us on that Sunday morning. We're going to have some amazing services. We're going to have a Saturday night service at 6 p.m. and we're also going to have 2 Sunday morning services, one at 9 a.m. and one at 11 p.m. or one at 11 a.m. 9 a.m., 11 a.m. Sorry, we're not going to be here at 11 p.m. on Sunday, just so we're clear. All right? Anyways, I want to go over our big answer one more time. Say, whatever happens, remember, God is still working. Whenever things get hard, whenever things get tough, whenever you get afraid, remember, God is still working. He hasn't given up on you. He will never give up on you. He is still working. So remember, whatever happens, God is still working. And our memory verse for this series is one of my absolute favorites. It comes from the book of John, chapter 16, verse 33. And it's the second part of the verse. But it says this. It says, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Do you know what Jesus is telling us in this scripture? He's saying, hey, in this life that you're gonna live, you're gonna have some troubled days. You're gonna have some days where things might be a little hard, where things might be a little sad. But then he says, take heart. And what he's telling us when he says that is, trust me. Hey, keep your faith. Remember me. Trust me. I am stronger than this world. I am bigger than your fear. I know your problems, and I'm not gonna leave you alone. That's what he's saying when he says, take heart, for I have overcome the world. That's what I want you guys to know today. That even though you may have trouble in this world, remember and trust in your heart that Jesus is bigger than any situation we can face. And always remember that he's still working. He loves you. You belong to him. Trust me, there's no better place than belonging to Jesus. So, we hope that you guys have a great Sunday. Enjoy Palm Sunday. Make sure that you come back and check us out here online or in this building. Remember, Saturday night at 6 p.m. or Sunday morning at 9 and 11 a.m. if you want to come here and join us. Hey, we love you guys. Thank you for spending some time with us, and we'll catch you guys back here on the next one. Bye.